evening and welcome. I am Ibrahim Adebayo with the Carnival Radio News Update. The federal government has announced that the next stage of recruitment exercise into the service under the Ministry of Interior will commence by August. The services under the ministry are the Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS), the Nigerian Correctional Service (NCOS), the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC), and the Fire Service (FFS). The Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Migration Service Board made the announcement in a statement issued in Abuja. The statement was signed by the Secretary of the Board, Jafaru Ahmed, adding that the board will commence the next stage of the recruitment exercise in August and will conclude the exercise before the end of September 2024. He expressed apology over the board's inability to complete the process by 15 June 2024 as earlier intended due to a nationwide manpower audit exercise carried out in the Nigerian Correctional Service, Nigerian Immigration Service, Federal Fire Service, and the Nigerian Civil Security and Civil Defense Corps, which was just recently concluded. In another news, the National Parents Teacher Association of Nigeria, NAPTAN, has called for tough measures against culprits of school building collapse. The president of NAPTAN, Haruna Danjuma, stated this in an interview with newsmen in Abuja today on the heels of the school building collapse that occurred in Jos Metropole on Friday. Danjuma expressed shock over the incident that led to the deaths of innocent children writing their examinations. Also, he further expressed concerns on how the proprietors of schools get approval for the construction of building without due diligence. Danjuma hereby underscores the need for the government agencies to get involved in the construction of any learning facilities, be it public or private schools. Meanwhile, the Lagos State government has said no going back on the planned enforcement banning operations of all unregulated commercial bus operations, specifically Danfos and Koropes, along Lekki-Epe corridor, scheduled to commence on October 1, 2024. This follows speculations making rounds on the suspension of the plans by the government. The State Commissioner for Transportation, Mr. Oluwaseun Oshiyemi, and the Special Advisor to the Governor on Transportation, Solagiwa, in their address, maintained that the move was in line with the Lagos State Strategic Transportation Master Plan. The duo therefore called for the collaboration of public transport bus operators such as Korope and Danfo bus drivers as government release the restructuring plans to improve commuting experience, adding that the state government would not accommodate willful disregard of its existing transport sector reform law. Earlier, the head of bus services, Lamata, Dr. Amure, stated that the rapid development of Lekki-Epe axis was one of the reasons why the state government chose the corridor to continue its bus reform initiative, which started with the introduction of bus rapid transit in different parts of the state. On the foreign scene, an Israeli strike has killed at least 19 Palestinians in the Al-Mawasi camp in southern Gaza. The Enclave Ministry of Health said an attack that has drawn global condemnation displayed people sheltering in the area, which was designated as a safe zone by Israel, described the attack as a horrific massacre, adding that their tents were torn down by the force of strike and bodies and body parts screwed on the ground. The Medical Aid of Palestinian Charity published a video of Palestinians digging by hand to recover those buried in the sand following Israeli attack. The Al-Mawasi attack comes days after Israeli killed dozens in Gaza City and its surrounding areas, after ordering the entire population in the North City to leave. Witnesses have told newsmen that the Sujeyi neighborhood of Gaza City has been wiped out by the Israeli strikes. In the interesting world of sports, Kano State government have sacked the interim management committee of the Nigerian Premier League Football League (NPFL) side Kano Pillars. The State Commissioner for Youth and Sport, Mustafa Rabiu Kwakwanso, in a statement stated that the decision to sack the management and board members is hinged on the expiration of their tenure in office. Kwakwanso directed the management to proceed with the immediate handing over of the affair of the club to the most senior civil servant attached to the club. He, however, thanked the board members for their service to the club, the people of Kano, and the entire football family. And that ends the news updates on Carnival Radio. I am Ibrahim Adebayo. You can download the Carnival Media app from the Google Play Store and iOS App Store. Thank you so much for listening, and do enjoy the rest of your evening. Ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́ àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn lámúwá sítì gbọ́yìn láti iléeṣẹ́ Carnival Radio. Ibrahim Adébáyọ̀ lóníròyìn yín. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti kéde ìpele tó kàn nípa ètò ìgbanisíṣẹ́ sínú àwọn àjọ tó ń bẹ lábẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó ń rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ abẹ́lé, èyí tí yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ lóṣù kẹjọ ọdún tá a wà yìí. Lára àwọn àjọ náà láti rí àjọ tó ń ṣàmójútó ètò wíwọlé jáde nílẹ̀ yìí, àjọ tó ń ṣe kò kárí ọgbà túnirọ̀, àjọ ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò ara ẹni làbòlú pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ panápaná. Ìwádìí àwọn oníròyìn ṣàfihàn rẹ̀ wípé àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń ṣàmójútó àwọn àjọ wọ̀nyí ni wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fi ìkéde náà síta bẹ́ẹ̀ lólùlù ilẹ̀ wa l'Àbújá. Bákan náà ni àtẹ̀jáde ọ̀hún jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ wípé akọ̀wé àwọn àjọ náà Jafaru Ahmed ló ṣe lálàyé pé ìgbìmọ̀ náà ni yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tó kàn lẹ́yẹ ọ̀sọ́kà níbàámu pẹ̀lú ètò ìgbanisíṣẹ́ ọ̀hún lóṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2024 tá a wà nínú ẹ̀ yìí, táwọn ó sì láǹfààní àti wakọ̀ rẹ̀ gúnlẹ̀ lóṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún yìí pẹ̀lú. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Jafaru Ahmed ní kò ṣàì tó tọrọ ìdáríjì lọ́wọ́ àwọn aráàlú pátápátá pẹ̀lú bí àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń ṣe ètò ìgbanisíṣẹ́ ọ̀hún ò ṣe ti láǹfààní àti parí ètò náà lọ́jọ́ kẹẹ̀ẹ́dógún oṣù kẹfà ọdún 2024 látàrí ètò àyẹ̀wò ìnáwó tó gbéra sọ nínú àwọn àjọ tọ́rọ̀ kàn, èyí tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá sópin lẹ́nu lọ́ọ́lọ́ yìí. Nínú ìròyìn míì ẹ̀wẹ̀, àgbáríjọpọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn òbí àti àwọn olùkọ́ nílẹ̀ yìí ni wọ́n ti ké sí ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ alágbára lórí àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ nínú ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tó dàwó láìpẹ́ yìí nípasẹ̀ ṣíṣe ìwádìí fínífíní kí wọ́n lè tètè gba ìjìyà tó yẹ. Ààrẹ fún àgbáríjọpọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn òbí àtàwọn olùkọ́ nílẹ̀ wa Haruna Danjuma ló fi ìpè náà síta bẹ́ẹ̀ lónìí lùlù Àbújá lásìkò táwọn oníròyìn fi ọ̀rọ̀ wá lẹ́nu wò nípa nǹkan tó ṣokùnfà ìjàmbá ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tó wó lulẹ̀ lójijì nílùú Jos lọ́jọ́ Ẹtì Friday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí. Danjuma, ẹni tó fi àìdùnnú rẹ̀ hàn nípa ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ burúkú náà, èyí tó gbẹ̀mí àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bíi mélòó kan lásìkò tí wọ́n ń ṣe ìdánwò lọ́wọ́ nínú yàrá ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà, bákan náà ni ọ̀gbẹ́ni Danjuma ní kò ṣàìtún kọminú nípa báwọn olùdásílẹ̀ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ṣe ti ń gba ìwé àṣẹ kí wọ́n tó kọ́ àwọn yàrá ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ láì tẹ̀lé àwọn ìlànà tó tọ́ àti èyí tó yẹ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ké síjọba láti rí dájú pé wọ́n pa kìtì mọ́lẹ̀ nípa ṣíṣàmójútó bí wọ́n ti ń kọ́ àwọn yàrá ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ láwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ìjọba àti taládàáni. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ lórí àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn láti iléeṣẹ́ Carnival Radio. Ibrahim Adébáyọ̀ ló ti ń ròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ Carnival Radio. Ẹ láǹfààní láti lọ dáńlódù áàpù Carnival ní ojú òpó Google Play Store àti iOS kẹ́sì fi sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yín lẹ́bàá láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ wa láti ìgbàdégbà. Kẹ́ ní ọjọ́ rere o. Ó dìlábọ̀.